So, uh, today's my topic of presentation is Living India and Dunki, exploring Indian and global migrant experiences. So, human migration is one of the significant issue in today's time. Millions of people do migration, but why they do migration and what are the consequences out of them? So, through this poem and the movie Dunki, I will explore this. So my personal information, table of contents. Then my research question is: how do Rachna Joshi's poem "Living India" and the film Dunki portray the experience of modern Indian migrant and migrant worldwide, particularly in terms of identity, nostalgia, and societal pressures and political challenges? And hypothesis is Living India and Dunki illustrate how modern Indian migrants as well as migrant around the world navigate struggles with personal identity, lodging for their homeland, societal expectations, and political or legal barriers, revealing the emotional, social, and structural challenges of migration in both local and global context. So migration is more than crossing a border. It is about identity, nostalgia, and struggle people face while seeking a better life. So literature and cinema often captures this experience in powerful way. So in this presentation where I have explained that about Rachna Joshi's poem Living India, and how Rajkumar Hirani's film Dunki have explored explained this. So the word donkey comes from the Punjabi word donkey root. It's referring to a dangerous and illegal paths migrants take to reach countries like the US or UK. Through this, this shows that how migrants deal with personal identity, homesickness, societal pressure, and political or legal barriers. So, first of all, I'll talk about migration in literature. So, literature is a tool which reflects the emotional, social, and psychological dimension of migration. Migrant experiences in text which captures hope, loss, belongingness, then identity, negotiation. It provides a lens to understand how migration shapes individual and society over time. So it bridges the gap between personal stories and larger social societal trend, and which sets the stage for analysis of cinema also. Some of the example here is Living India by Rachna Joshi, then Namesake by Jhumpa Lahiri. Movie also have been on this text. Then The Inheritance of Loss by Kiran Desai. So, such a literature often explores themes of loss, nostalgia, cultural hybridity, and search for identity, while simultaneously they challenges fixed notion of belongingness, nationhood, and cultural authenticity. So it becomes both record of displacement and a tool for reimagining the identity across the border. So in cinema, migration, uh, cinema visualizes the migrant journey, portraying both physical movement and emotional displacement. Through this, we see the nostalgia, cultural conflict, identity struggle in ways that resonate with audiences. So, works like Dunki movie explore the contemporary Indian migrant experiences, linking personal stories to larger migration pattern. And such a film, this film serves as a poignant reminder of how the underdeveloped world, like India and African people, this all due to their economic and cultural inequality, they driven to survive in the developed world, and even if it is by illegal means. So this movie, Rajkumar Hirani's movie film Dunki depicts a story of this group of friends from the Punjab who sets out in a perilous journey to immigrate to United Kingdom via clandestine route, which called Dunki flight. Then, if we see the Rachna Joshi is leaving India through the context of migration, so she also have a nostalgia for it. So nostalgia for Indian history, myths, and cultural heritage. Through this poem's line, we find this. But she also finds the contrast between Indian country India and the North America, that how it was clean and sanitized, better atmosphere than India. Then identity shaped by cultural memory, tradition, and connection to a place. Like in India, all meaning comes from a sacramental link with past. Then insight into belongingness, displacement, and migrant experience. Poem's line also depicts this. Then film Dunki, a narrative overview, if we see. So as I mentioned earlier, directed by Rajkumar Hirani, tells the story of group of friends from Punjab. They migrated to United Kingdom through Dunki route. So in this also, this dialogues tales of why they migrated from India to this United Kingdom. So uh, it's obviously economical pressure. This dialogue broader keeps out only the poorer, means they are not able to legally go to the another country. Contrast with harsh reality, like legal migration with dreams of waste. We were born to poor, but we don't won't die poor. Their ambition towards the better life. Then their belongingness shaped by societal pressure. Then it also highlights the cultural and economic dependency on waste. So cinema, society, and migration reflect reflective reality through Dunki. As earlier talk, through illegal thing, they have migrated for the better life, and which reflect the real societal issues also on in modern Indian migration. Then it also, this film connects with emotional and experiences like homesick, hope, societal pressure. Then we also find social ontology in the film, how societal norms and cultural value collective experiences shape audience perception. Then standard if effect. Then cinema act as mirror to society, which able to let a society know the issue of in society. So here how brain drain happens. Though in the poem Rachna Joshi, it is for their better education facilities, or better education future, we find in that poem. But through this movie we find that unskilled Indians risk legal migration, how semi skilled Indians also risk to this migration, and how systematic barriers affect this, and search for survival and their dreams they migrate. So the brain drain from developing country, their main cause is lack of employment opportunity, lower wages, poor working condition, political instability. All these things leads to human migration, and ultimately loss of skill manpower, negative impact on socio-economic development, and widening inequality between developed and developing country. So our skill human being migrated into a developed country, so this how we also lost in human agency. Then remedy suggested is better domestic opportunity, which we hope to develop in our country. Higher salary, improve working condition, policies to retain skilled youth, all these are necessary. Political and legal challenges of irregular migration, if we see that unfair visa rules, like rich people can easily get where some of are not, some of are excluded from them. uh, and they label as a illegal, like in Dunki also we find. So it is created by biased laws, never gave them a fair chance to migrate. uh, Discrimination also we find in visa process, then restrictive laws like uh, UK's illegal migration. Then invisible and exploitation ultimately happens with the person who migrates. If we see here the identity, gender, and migrant journey, how the widening gap is here, like in comparison with male and female. So this is from International Organization of Migration report 2014. So it also shows that male to female plight in past 20 years, it was 50.6 to 49.4 percentage, but then it was 51.9 to 48.1 percentage. So the share of female migrants has been decreased since 2000. So it also shows the wide gap in this. So according to this India Today article of 2024, so it records that 96,917 Indians illegally immigrants were apprehended or expelled in 2023 while attempting to United Kingdom through donkey routes. So there is also role of organization in this migration, how they include and exclude the person. They decide who can get entry, or who can stay, who can work. Government, school, NGOs, and all this works for them, and how they influence migration, their decision for including or excluding, and favor and unfavor things is there. So in conclusion, I can say that in the poem Rachna, Joshi living India also depicts lodging for country, and some contrast with urban developed countries. And film Dunki also portrays the experience of modern Indian as well as the world wide migrants problem. And they also reveal the political and legal challenges which migrants face, including immigration policies and structural barriers. Together, the poem and film underscore this: migration is not just a physical movement but an emotional and social journey, where nostalgia, resilience, and the quest for belonging shape the lives of Indian immigrants. So this narrative reminds us of a human dimension of migration, bridging cultural understanding between home and abroad. So these are my references. Thank you so much. Now questions are welcome.
So, Trupti, can you give me some more examples from books or movies that portray the experience of migrants?
Yes, as I also earlier mentioned, Namesake, from the work Namesake, also there is a movie Namesake which also somehow talks of this, and another is Madras Cafe movie, which also talks about this issue.
So, Trupti, my question is, how do global migration trends reflect economic disparities between countries?
So as mentioned earlier, that what is the main root cause of human migration, particularly for better life. So from poor country to developing or developed country, human migration happens for the better life, for better economic condition, better healthcare. All these things leads to human migration. So ultimately it shows the disparity between the two world, generally from India, South Asian countries, India's and African do migration to Gulf countries also.